I do have everything to make praline syrup, which is going to be some Christmas presents, I think, for some people, if it turns out really good. So right now I have 4 8-ounce jars, slowly going in the canner. Right now it's just a water bath can for this one, but that's the biggest thing we have that easily fits all of these. I need to mix this stuff together. Oh, by the way, this is going to make 4 8-ounce jars. Did I say that? I think I did. Okay, so in a stainless steel saucepan, we're doing 2 cups of corn syrup, which this is 16 ounces and it has measurements on the side, so I'm not going to fully measure this out. Then a 1/2 cup of water and a 1/3 cup of lightly packed dark brown sugar. Alright, so heat this over medium until the sugar is dissolved. So I'm just stirring this until I can't see any more like bands of the sugar going through this. Alright, I think our sugar is dissolved. Then it says to bring it to a high medium and bring it to a boil, and boil it for a minute. Alright, letting it boil for a minute. Alright, it's been a minute. It says reduce heat, and then stir in my pecans and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And we'll stir that. And it says now to reduce the heat and boil gently, stirring constantly for 5 minutes. So we will set us a little timer because I have zero concept of time. Oh, and of course my battery is dying. Alright, I'll show you when I'm plating or canning them up. Alright, I'm going to do as much as I can until my camera dies on me. I've got my hot praline syrup here. I guess I should maybe just keep that out just in case. And then I'm going to... These just got out of the boiling canner water. I'm not sure if I have overfilled. One of these or what, but I have a little bit left over. Filled these up. Now I'm gonna get a little vinegar onto my dish rag and just, you don't need to be done, I guess. There's 1 jar done. Alright, 3 jars. I'm going to put them in our canner, and it said 4 8-ounces. Like I said, it says 1/4 inch of headspace, which I did on all of these, so I don't know. Anyways, putting them into the canner now. Alright, and we will process those once they're boiling for 10 minutes. Our praline syrup is done. It is cooled. I took off the rings and it looks like we have seals on them all. So, and they all popped down, so they look really good. Super dark color with these. So I think we are gonna, as per usual, open one and try it. I mean, I tried a little bit of it, like literally my camera cut out right as I was putting a spoon to my mouth to taste it. But it was really good. But I bought some vanilla bean ice cream because I really want to test this. But now I'm going to label these with what it is and the date. And we have 2 Christmas presents. Done. How exciting is that? Tomorrow, we are going to be doing the last canning, which is going to be the sweet apple cider butter. I would say, knock on wood, seeing hopefully tomorrow. It's been pretty successful except for the stock. But I mean, I guess the real test, you know, the actual, if I did it right, is in a month or 2 when I want some more of this and I open it and to see if it's still as fresh as when I packed it today. And same with the cranberry sauce and the cowboy candy. That's the real test. You know, we can do these tricks all day and the tabs are popped and all that. The real test is in 2 months or a month when I want some more of this, or I want the cowboy candy or the cranberry sauce, and open it and see, does it still smell the same way as I canned it today, and does it still taste the same as when I canned it today. So that is the true test. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you tomorrow morning with our last canning endeavor for the week. All right, we are back for the last canning for this week, and it is Friday, so I'm done for this week for now. Now I just have to edit, but we are going to make the thing that I think I'm most excited about to try because I love apple butter. If you've never had it, you need to try it. The first time I've ever, or the only place I've ever had it was Cracker Barrel, and we don't have Cracker Barrels in Washington, so it's been a while since I've had apple butter. But thanks to this handy dandy book, there's a recipe for it. So that's what we're doing today. I've got like 6.5 pounds of apples here, finally. Apple cider, sugar, cinnamon, and cloves, and that is all you need. So I'm going to wash and peel and dice all of these, and then I will bring you over here and we'll get started on getting this stuff up. Apples. Going in. And 2 cups of apple cider. So 1. 2. And we're supposed to bring this to a boil. That apple cider smells good. Does anybody else do the Rachel Ray thing and like have a bowl of scraps while you're, oh, that didn't show. Have a bowl of scraps while you're doing your prep? It's so much easier. All right, we are boiling, as you can probably see. And we reduced the temp down to, ooh, ow. We reduced the temperature down just a little bit, down to like medium low. Boil gently until the apples are softened. Okay, so I just took it down from a boil to a simmer. Sorry, I totally walked away and kind of forgot about it a little bit, but it's fine. Reduce it down. We are boiling now, or gonna gently boil it, which I should probably turn it up just a little bit more. Gently boil it for about 30 minutes until the apples are all really soft. I walked away and started doing laundry, and then I started smelling apple cider, and I was like, oh wow, that smells really good. And then I was like, oh wait, that's me that smells really good, because we have apples and apple cider on the oven. Should probably check that now. So then I came and checked it. You know how that goes. It took yeah, all of 30 minutes for my apples to all become soft and all ooey gooey goodness. Now we are going to do what we did with the cranberry mix and work in batches. since I do not have a food processor. And I'll have a transfer bowl for the in-betweeners. Alright, so do that much first. Alright, the important thing is you don't want to liquefy it. You know, you want it to be a butter. So you're just looking for uniformity, not liquidiness, if that makes sense. So yeah, that looks good. The sound is definitely going to be louder over here from my dishwasher, probably. 3 cups of granulated sugar. 1, 3. Okay. And 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon. And a ½ teaspoon of cloves. Alright, and now stir all of this together on some heat until the sugar dissolves. What kind of heat? What does it say? Oh, don't do it over heat. Just it says stir it into the mixture until the sugar dissolves. It doesn't say overheat. I lied. Alright, I don't feel sugar in here anymore. Okay, so it says to now turn it on, bring to a boil over medium heat. So I've got it between like 3 and 4 right now. Bring to a boil and then reduce it. Alright, we are boiling. We're going to turn it down to boil gently until it starts to thicken up a bit. You're supposed to be able to take a spoonful of this and drop it onto a, I put a plate in the refrigerator so I could test it, like the book says to test it. So you're supposed to take a spoonful and on a chilled plate, just put a little, spoonful. And if it doesn't separate out and it stays like a little, globule, a little piece of, not jelly, kind of, I guess, like jam. It just stays in one spot and doesn't separate out, liquid part from, the butter part. Then it's done. It doesn't really give you a time estimate of that. This smells amazing. Actually amazing. I cannot wait to taste this. Ugh. Apple butter is just sent from the heavens. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this, but maybe you'll be able to see it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but on the edges of this, it's still seeping out and it kind of bleh, instead of staying in a little butter ball. I'll show you when it actually does it. So the book says, when liquid does not separate, creating a rim around the edge and the mixture holds a buttery spreadable shape, the butter is ready to ladle into jars. So yeah, that liquid rim that's still around it is just not what I'm looking for just yet. So still going. I went online and looked up exactly how long I should be boiling this down, and it said you should boil it down for an hour. I found pretty much exactly the same recipe as the one that I'm following in this book, and it said an hour. So I had been doing it, I think, for about 15 minutes at that point. So I put the timer on for 45 minutes. So this has been going for 45 minutes. It looks so good. It looks like apple butter now. It's got a dark color now. I wish you could taste this or smell this. Oh my god, it is so good. All right, we are going to call this here. It is looking pretty good. I just did another test. It's still a little bit, but we've been doing this for about an hour and like 15 minutes. So as you can see, well, there's also a piece of cat hair. Story of my fucking life. It's staying its shape, which is what I want. It's like a butter, like jammy consistency, but it still has that like liquidy ring around it. But it's not bad, and it's not as much as it was. So I'm gonna call that good and start canning this up. We've got our apple butter here. All right, I think I'm for sure going to do 1 16-ounce. Whatever is left after this, I don't know. And wipe the rim. So there is our apple butter. Now we are going to put these all into our canner. That's real good. Gonna bring these up to a boil, and we will process them once they're at a boil for 10 minutes. It's the next morning, and all of these are done. We've got 4 jars, 2 16-ounce and 2 18 ounces. These are going to be Christmas presents, which is really nice. And this is what I saved for me and Colby. I'll show you. Don't do that. It's, hopefully you can see it, and the color's not ass like it usually is. I'm sure it will be. Yeah, it's really good. We ate it on the scones. Those are now gone. So I'm actually going to use the rest of that cranberry sauce to make more scones to eat the rest of this with. And yeah, these are gonna now be labeled and stuff for Christmas presents. And we have 2 Christmas presents out of the way now. We have these, the praline syrup, which is gonna be Christmas, and these, the apple butter. And I'm also gonna make more cowboy candy at some point for Christmas as well. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this. I'm sure it is long enough by now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. Please, if you would like to subscribe and like this video, I would very much so appreciate it. And thank you so much. Have a good day or night or whatever time it is when you're watching. Bye!